Alright, so back here for part 8 of the World Championship and part 3 of the Scorpion Championship here. Um, this set of 3 games was very interesting as it contains, of course, game number 2 on Fresh again. And it seems to be a constant theme. I really see it really well on game 2. Of the fresh blocks, but all the other games I can't seem to figure it out. At least up to this point. And the same thing happens here again. I'm gonna shoot 234 with a gutter in the fill, as we'll see by my beastliness at the end of this game. Oh man. So I do get one here and then punch. I For whatever reason I was just seeing it really well in game 2. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe it's my angles, maybe it's the way that I see the lanes, maybe it's a combination of different things, maybe it's because I'm being passive. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not decelling on top of, I don't know. Maybe there's enough room. Excuse me. But regardless, here, the angle's pretty clear. Like 21-5 looks really good early on. Oh, except there. Oh, there it is! Another one! Let's go. So then I ball changed the theorem for basically no reason. I mean, I tried to anticipate it, but in the end, it probably was just best to just stay in the effect or to move right and throw the theorem a little bit harder. But I do neither and just stay in the same zone and just ball change. And again, it doesn't really matter what ball you throw, like it's never coming back from that spot if you get it that far right that early. And honestly, that wasn't even that far right that early. It just again, there's just built-in acceleration on the back end of the pattern. I mean, that's the truth. And I remember from this block, I learned something that like it was just very hard to like notice because of just kind of the angles that you have to play and like how much volume is out there and the kind of oil they use. I noticed that like I was trying to like slow the ball down, but I was decelling. Like it's very hard to like it's just it's very difficult to like stay aggressive and like slow it down at the same time at times. So it's like I don't know, that's what I felt. And and yeah, I mean that's a huge reason why some of these mistakes were happening the way they were happening, like I'd miss one, like dead left, and I miss one dead right. Like my swing was just inconsistent, and my finishing position just wasn't quite up to like up to the standard that you need to be at this level, unfortunately. And so but it's also difficult to like to see that that's happening or to feel that that's happening kind of. It just I mean, that's the reality. Like I also could have been playing different angles too. Like there's things I could have done different and that I could have identified differently at different times. But regardless, this is my experience and I mean, this is what happened with me. And yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think if you're watching? I mean, you can criticize my game or offer feedback or I don't know, just say that I bowled well or I don't know. I don't know. I you know yeah. I mean, oops, that should be 8 fair, but yeah, I mean, it's again, you have to be good out here in a lot of senses. Um, and mainly those senses are identification. You know, like as I was saying before, like it's identification and then like kind of course capitalizing on that, but like I don't know. I mean, I just I just bowled really bad. I just bowled really bad, and I saw things way too late. And then when I did finally see it, I kind of executed, but not really. Like, and it can be demoralizing at a certain point. I mean, when you just you start throwing it good, and well, I mean, just when kind of stuff like that happens, it can be demoralizing at a certain point. But you just got to keep going. Sometimes it's just gonna be like that. Nothing's perfect. Um, and yeah, I mean, I mean, that's the bottom line. Is that stuff happens. But yeah, I mean, finishing out with 160 here on a roller coaster of a block, which makes sense by the angles that I was playing until I switched to the Tundra Fire and started to close my angles down. But yeah, obviously another bad block. So yeah, it is. I mean, I'll see you guys in the next video.